Подводя итоги совместной подготовки,
Summing up the results of joint preparation, it is necessary to note that the year 2025 was characterized by an increase in geopolitical tension and exacerbation of the situation in the regions of collective security, in connection with the immediate approach of instability zones to the borders of the member states of the CSTO. At the same time, the unfriendly actions of a number of Western countries, their refusal to cooperate with the countries of the world's majority, lead to a negative transformation of the entire international security architecture. The most difficult situation today is in the Eastern European region. The militarization of Europe continues at an accelerated pace, which is openly aimed at preparing for military confrontation with Russia, for which the presence of coalition troops in the immediate vicinity of the CSTO countries is being actively increased, as well as the operational equipment of the territories and the improvement of the corresponding infrastructure. A determining factor for maintaining instability in the region is the actions of the West, aimed at delaying the armed conflict in Ukraine. The situation in the Caucasus region, characterized by the combination of old unresolved contradictions with new geopolitical challenges, significantly contributes to the attempts of Western countries to strengthen their influence in the South Caucasus. In the Central Asian region, the negative influence on the stability and security is exerted by the numerous international extremist and terrorist groups operating in Afghanistan, which creates a real threat of the export of terrorism to adjacent territories. Serious challenges remain the spread of subversive radical ideology and drug trafficking. The most important result of the work of the United Headquarters, the Secretariat, the interested ministries and the CSTO department was the approval by the heads of state of the Military Cooperation Plan for 2026-2030, which determines the set of events of the coalition military construction for the next 5-year period, including the formation of the perspective of the military component of the organization for the long-term perspective. In 2025, the practice of joint operational and combat training was continued against the background of a unified educational, military political and military strategic environment, which was formed jointly with the defense departments, taking into account the real situation in the zone of responsibility of the CSTO department, as well as the forecast of possible challenges and threats to the collective security. The joint training plan for 2025 is fully implemented. 61 joint events have been held. The most important tasks of the improvement of the military component of the organization, noted by the President of Russia, are the development of the combat potential of the national contingents and their equipment with modern weapon systems, the optimization of the operational deployment procedures of the coalition troops, the development of the aviation component, and the improvement of the air defense in the format of the CSTO department, and the improvement of the management of the components of the collective forces. Within the framework of the implementation of these priority tasks, a corresponding joint work with the member states of the CSTO department has been planned and organized. Taking into account the existing forecasts of possible challenges and threats to the collective security, one of the priority tasks is also the qualitative organization and effective implementation of joint operational and combat training events. In accordance with the approved plan for the current year, 60 joint and operational training events, including 8 command staff and special exercises,